How do you define DEI and what does it mean to you personally?
So my definition of diversity, equity, and inclusion is working together with many small businesses to gain the capacity for small firms that are not normally included on larger projects. I think inclusion has extreme value because the more people you have on the job from different backgrounds, different sides of the world, the more complete the project is. You get multiple perspectives, and a lot of times different ideas are brought up that ultimately can come to a better solution.
So, what are Samet's current DEI efforts and what are we doing to improve them?
So DEI is in two perspectives at Salmon. We have the supplier diversity perspective that you and I work in that comes from the standpoint of bidding projects. So if we are working on a project, just give an example, a $40 million project, the goal within Salmon would be to have inclusion at 40 to 50% of that being going to the business, going toward a minority, women, or business enterprise. So again, Salmon tries to average 30 to 40% more than that as a supplier diversity effort within the organization. So we have been doing that consistently since 2008. From the standpoint of the corporate diversity side, Salmon is actively recruiting quite a bit within the HBCU market to bring in African Americans or Hispanics or minorities from different schools to help diversify our field engineer, our project engineer staff. The company has changed drastically since the beginning, since I have seen it. The staff is much more diverse than it was, say 15 years ago than it is today. So we're making the effort to continue to improve that, and it's a kind of a process that happens day to day.
What more do you want to see from Samet employees when it comes to involvement and engagement in our DEI program?
I think one area of improvement would be in the private sector work. But it would be dictated internally from our management staff to make the conscious effort that our private work, whether it's in multifamily, whether it's in the private sector, industrial market, that the same efforts that are required of us in the public space be kind of ideally matched in the private sector. That would gain the respect of your minority subcontractors. They would have the impression that we're not only called when needed, that we're called because you want to truly see us grow.
You've worked for Samet since 2009, first starting as an APM, then a PM, and now the Director of Diversity and Inclusion. As a minority in the industry, what advice do you have for other minorities climbing up the ladder?
For me, I came into Samet as a minority JV partner. So we were partnering with a company known as SRS. Since 2008, there have been 14 projects from that point working forward. I was involved on about every project. So I would say someone coming in, be open to learn, be willing to understand some of the challenges that come with that, be involved in every part of the project, see it from start to finish, be willing to work very closely with if it's a majority firm you're partnering with, be able to work very closely with their PMs, their APMs, get to know what they're doing, see the job from a different perspective.
Samet has grown exponentially in the last few years. What makes you most excited seeing all this growth?
So the more we grow, the more we have the strength to help other firms grow. The more capacity you have, the more you can share the capacity down. So the bigger you are, the more opportunities you're getting, the more opportunities you can open, more doors you can open for smaller businesses that are trying to get to where you are. So if you got one project, now you got 50 projects. That's 50 more opportunities to put small businesses to work and ultimately gain them to be able to compete with you. The goal is that when you are going after work, you interview for it. You come into an interview at say 10 a.m., you come back out at 11. The goal is to have a minority business that was once your protege partner, once your JV partner, be able to come in their interview right behind you and compete at a first tier level. That is when you have truly helped the business grow, when they are competing equally with you.
Is there anything else you want to add regarding our DEI program? Or
No, I would say yes, that Salmon has one of the best there is. I've seen a lot of firms, and I would say we have the best in the industry, and it's because the belief of DEI comes from the top down. And I have consistently said that if you want to grow a DEI program, it has to start with Arthur Samet, Norman Samet, and work its way down. It cannot start from me working its way up. It has to come from the top down, and when it comes from the top down, it will be successful in each region.
Well, thank you for
You're
joining me today,
welcome.
Johnny. And I'm really excited for the future of our DEI program.
Hi everybody, thank you for joining DEI Corner. Please give us your feedback. We look forward to joining you on the next interview.